What's going on, everyone? So I'm back again bringing you guys another video today. And today's video topic, as you guys already saw when you clicked the thumbnail, when you're talking about the 5 best budget decks coming into October 2017 post the circuit break format. But of course, before we get to the actual video itself, for you guys that do not know, I'm running a giveaway right now, and the giveaway is for this North American WCQ 2017 Spiral Playmat. And to be entered to the giveaway, you guys have to do a few things. You got to leave a like on this video, a comment in the comment section down below, and be a subscriber on both my YouTube channels. My second channel is linked in the description down below, and it's pretty much based around reviewing things like Dragon Ball Super, movies, and etc. So with all that being said, guys, without further ado, let's begin. Alrighty guys, so after you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the description down below and check out the Innovation Yu-Gi-Oh! Amazon page for all of your Yu-Gi-Oh! Needs. Alright, so budget decks coming to October 2017, post circuit break. We're going to have a lot of great decks to play post circuit break, but at the same time we are going into a tier 0 format. So keep that in mind when looking at this list, but these are decks that I feel can definitely compete because they are currently competing now in TCG and in the OCG. So starting off with my number 5 pick, Lifeswarm, Mill, or just your run-of-the-mill mill decks in general. Can you say mill times 5? But yeah, mill decks in general, they pretty much revolve around their graveyard. And this is pretty good because you have the Lifeswarm engine pretty much back at full power. You have Honest at 3. The list can go on for there. And in a Lifeswarm specifically, they are all fairly budget. I believe you can build a Lifeswarm pure deck for under $100, and what you got out of that deck is the ability to span a field, the ability to always have 3 JD for whatever reason. Lifeswarm players always have 3. The ability to abuse the zombie engine in the form of synchros. A lot of Lifeswarm players are doing that and are currently topping in the TCG at events. I think ARGs and regionals, etc. And you also have the ability to run the Predaplant engine, which leads into a bunch of different things like the Clown engine. You know, the Clown, when he dies, pay 1,000, come back. You can run the Clown Blade, the other card, the Blade card, that when he comes back with the Clown, make an XYZ play. I mean, the list can go on from there. I mean, milling decks has been around forever, but Lifeswarm being back at full power and Minerva being pretty much accessible to everybody is very good. So with that being said, the ability to span the field, blow up the field, be fairly consistent at doing that, and after you build a deck, you can take your time out and collect good synchros like Cypher and Lord Omega and Trishula. You can pretty much have a solid deck. So with that being said, have about $100, buy Lifeswarm, and you guys will be great. Coming to number 4. Now I had this on my top 5 best decks post circuit break, and of course I have to have it on this list as one of my best budget options for the circuit break format / era. That's Cosmos. Cosmos, like I said in my yesterday's video, is a really solid deck to pick. And a lot of people disagree with me because they say you can Ghost Ash the Cosmos ship, and Cosmos aren't as consistent. And the full first virus thing with Johnny Wynn was a fluke. Is something that's not going to happen all the time. I fair to disagree. I mean, let's be honest. Everyone's not going to have Ghost Ash. And if you are going to have Ghost Ash on the Cosmos ship, so what? You still have things like your Cosmo Town to help fix out your hands. And you still have the full force virus play. And I think that's very important. I mean, Johnny Wynn, the guy took the deck in a zoo dominated format, which was a tier 0 format, and did extremely well with the deck. So I think that's something definitely to consider when looking at the power of Cosmos. And then, like I said, me personally, I've had my own experience with the deck. So that's one thing I wanted to get off my chest, because a lot of people think I just make my top 10s and my top 5s based off my locals, and I'm not a really competitive player. But a lot of people don't realize that I'm very competitive. I go to regionals. I do go to YCS when I really feel like going. Like last year, I went to YCS Minnesota. I went to the North American WCQ 2017. Of course, it was in Chicago. So I feel like I know what I'm talking about when I'm giving out lists and advice and etc. And then don't forget, guys, these top 5s, top 10s lists that I do or your other favorite YouTuber do, these are all just predictions and theories. These are not just cold, solid facts. So I had to get off my chest because a lot of people just seem to forget that fact. So yeah, man, with that being said, I got kind of sidetracked. Cosmos is very solid. I've personally seen the consistency of it, and you have to open the ash to pretty much stop the deck. And even then, you're not guaranteed to stop the deck. Number 3, masked heroes. A lot of people have been hating on my heroes, and it's understandable. They have not seen the power of the deck. Most people who probably got the deck don't know how to play the deck properly. And people are pretty much saying, if you don't have Elemental Hero Stratos, your masked hero deck is not going to do well. Wrong. I proved my point. I went undefeated at locals like, what, a month ago with the deck. So I pretty much know what I'm talking about when it comes down to playing heroes. But outside of me doing good at locals, I did do pretty well with it at the 2 years ago at the North American WCQ 2015. So I know the ins and outs of the deck and how the deck can play. And in this current format, yes, it is true that you don't have your Stratos, but you have 3 Summoner Monks. You have your Honesty Neos, and if you have the money outside of being a budget player, you can add your Ghost Ash to the deck to be well. And if you don't have Ghost Ash, you can try to add a budget option of having the the Droll and Lightbird and the Ghost Reapers. You know, those jumped up to like 10 bucks, 15, 20 bucks, I heard apparently. But anyway, Hero's just a good pick because Dark Law, floodgating the graveyard is no joke. And in Spiral Era, if you go first, make up Dark Law. If they don't have an out to your Dark Law, even if they get rid of your Dark Law, they're going to be so low on resources on your following turn. You're going to be able to nip them in the butt with a Honesty Neos and probably OTK. I mean, the list can go on with the power of what this deck can do. And until you guys test it out, all I can say is, don't get mad when you lose with it. I mean, lose against it. So yeah, man, don't get mad when you lose against heroes because you guys didn't do your research on how the new version of the deck plays. Number 2 on this list, of course, I had it as my honorable mentions on my last list, and it's ABC. Now, ABC is a solid deck. ABC Buster Dragon is a really great card to pick, and it's definitely a budget option for the Circuit Break era coming into October 2017. Reason being, okay, so you can make your ABC Buster Dragon, you can detach on your opponent's turn, bring back your ABC monsters on your following turn, because you're going to detach during end phase, make Decode Talker, bring back your ABC Buster Dragon, and just start comboing up. I mean, the list can go on from there. Then, not to mention, once you do start, after you build a deck, just like how I stated with your Lifeswarm deck, after you build a deck, you can definitely save up your money and invest in more cards like your, just good Link monsters like Firewall Dragons. You can run Ib, she's pretty good. But most importantly, rather, ABC Buster Dragon does not care about links because he's at Link. I mean, he's just the main focus of the deck. You bring him out, you sit on back row, and if you have a card in your hand, you can banish the card, and you're pretty much good to go. And then Decode Talker helps protect them. But for the most part, it has been doing well in the TCG, and I definitely can see it doing well in the Spiral format because if in the OCG, it does still pop up every once in a while. So I definitely think it's one of those decks that if you have a skilled player playing the ABC deck, you're definitely going to have a good time to play. And last but not least, number 1 budget deck on this list is Paleozoic. Now, honestly, I forgot all about Paleozoic, but I did remember Nimble Beaver is coming out, and I think that's going to be a solid card for that deck and water decks in general. But even if you don't play Nimble Beaver, the fact that we have Pot of Desires pretty much being a budget card at this point, and the fact that Paleozoics are pretty much all commons, and then all you really pretty much need is Master Boy, Totally Awesome, and all of the Paleozoics, while they are commons, they have great effects like Banishing, Book of Mooning. I mean, the list can go on for there. Paleozoics can definitely do some good damage going into the Circuit Break era, especially stopping out Spirals, because by banishing like a quick fix or something like that, you can put a damper on their plays because they won't be able to keep on spamming, and making big boards of Firewall Dragon, Double Helix, and etc. But overall, I think Paleozoic is a solid pick, and it's currently doing well. It prevailed in the Zodiac format in the beginning of the format. I can definitely see it prevailing at the beginning of the Spiral format. So with all that being said, post your thoughts and opinions about this video in the comment section down below. If you guys had a budget deck in mind that was not on this list, also post that in the comment section down below. I guess an honorable mention would be Chain Burn because that's like the go-to deck to go to in every format when you're trying to be on a budget. And then just keep this in mind, guys. This format we're going into with Spirals is definitely a tier 0 format. And if you don't have 3 Ash Blossoms or at least 3 Reapers, because those did jump up to like 15 to 20 from what I've heard, you're not going to be doing that well in this format. And it's kind of sad because I play Spirals and I love the deck. But I got to admit, that deck is pretty cancerous coming at the Circuit Break era. So with all that being said, man, this is Chris from Innovation Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm signing out. See you guys. Stay innovative. Peace.